Okay, this is a little bit different than I normally deal with, but I thought this has always been an interesting subject to me, and much like a lot of my videos, probably only me. But anyway, what we're looking at is a page from a herbal um, from 1552. It was translated into medieval Latin from German, which of course is always the best way to do it. That's an ironic statement, but Hieronymus Bock did this, and I think he died a couple of years after this. So, but anyway, it's not a terribly big book. There's my finger. But anyway, the idea here is that botany, as we know it, really started off as a medicinal thing. You know what to do with these plants and things. So this one is about. Let's see if we can do. It's focusing on my hand. This is a liverwort, Lobaria pulmonaria, and it was, according to the doctrine of signatures, it looked like lungs, therefore got to use it as something for the lungs. So one of the problems of these sort of books, this medieval Latin, putting aside a lot of things, notice up here, see if I can do that, there's some letters we don't have anymore. So, I mean, what's that? An N with a tail and two ears. So anyway, little difficult to translate. But anyway, this was published in Germany, Strasbourg, and basically it starts off with the way you use this is you make a tincture, an extraction, and drink it warm, and then you down here you take it with some sugar and spices and various other things. We move on to, let's see, lungs, breathlessness, coughs, is how it's used. And it's also recommended that use it with fennel. There you go. It's a mangling of fennel and well, this would be the glycyrrhiza. That would be the that's a sweet root. Well, actually, a root. And let's see. As we go down, how to take it, and there seems to be, again, very difficult to understand what's going on here. Not a scholar. This little, there we go. See these little F's here are actually lowercase s's, and you'll see that and is still that's something we still use today, actually. So anyway, crush it, and well, take it as a drink. So I mean, if you certainly add enough stuff to it, it's going to taste better. So dry it out. That it ends down here with it can be used for cattle and as long as you mix it with salt and stuff like that. So there's the scientific name really doesn't exist. They give I'm going to say the Latin name and then the German name. And just to get to this point, you need a lot of education. What's maybe a little interesting is that they do use the number system we have today, certainly some Roman numerals, and then often enough these old texts will have the first word of the next page down at the base, which is a convention that we certainly don't have anymore. That's about 18th century, where it was eliminated. But either way, quite interesting. A lot of work done on this little page. Again, it's baffling, but it's more or less baffling because of the script has changed over the years. So there you go. That's what that's just 500 years ago, and so you had to more or less speak a different language to get this information, and so forth. So this guy was he tried to go a little bit beyond what the ancient Greeks and so forth said, which is good, but it's not necessarily science in any way. But there you go.